All right, friends, it's time to take it into the evening here on our end in Saving Sarah with some spooky dark runs, and they're a little darker than Doom of the Dark Ages. It's time for an any percent limited tech nightmare run. The only thing they fear is you, Eric.
Hey guys, my name is Eric, and this is going to be a speedrun of Doom Limited Nightmare. So Nightmare is the hardest difficulty when it comes to just enemy damage and stuff. Pandemonium and Ultra Nightmare just decrease the amount of lives you have. But we're going to hop right into it. Time will start when I gain control of my movement. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Good luck, slay demons.
Thank you very much. So we're going to start off with some pretty broken tech. Going to be going into our mini map here and flying across the map just like that. Now we're on top of an invisible barrier. So the way that trick works, it's called a shield charge boost. So when you hold your shield and you cancel it the first frame you activate it, you actually go flying. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. But the reason why we pull our map is so we can consistently do the trick frame perfectly, which allows us to do that flying technique as you saw. Now we just got to kill a little bit of demons here. We're going to use our ground stomp there. When you jump from a height that's taller than the flat ground you're currently on, you will do a AoE attack and just kill all the small demons instantly. Now we're going to get our gloves for the speedrun, which is very high damaging melee weapon. I'm not going to be having these for very long, but just keep in mind, this is probably the second longest downtime in the entire run right here, is equipping these. This run is very, very like, go, go, go.
Okay, so while we do this, tell us what limited tech means as opposed to restricted or unrestricted.
So unrestricted, the way it works is that there's two really broken glitches in this game. Manta warps, which let you teleport basically wherever you want, and weapon wheel clipping, which allows you to go through any wall in the entire game. Limited bans those two techniques, but keeps everything else legal, including out-of-bounds sequences. We're going to do another shield charge boost here to fly outside the map. Do a quick, tricky out-of-bounds boost. We missed it, unfortunately, but we do have a checkpoint here we can use. So you're going to go for another shield charge boost here. Open our map. Got too low. Want to get a little bit higher on that. One more time. Got it. Missed the mantle.
Nice.
Very tricky, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, this category is very difficult with the skips in the run, so you're going to have to bear with me here on all these. This, hug this wall, land up here, do a very tricky jump, come around, another jump, and here. Now we are at the very end of the level, but we're on the edge of the map. We're not currently inbounds right now. We just got to follow very tightly, or else we risk falling back out of bounds. Going to be hitting a checkpoint here. Right now, we're going to reload our checkpoint, and now we're at the very end of the level where this turret is. And that was...
All right, Chad, you're clear on how that movement worked, right? Because that will be on the test.
Yes. So let me get back into the explanation of the limited rule set. So Manta warping, which lets us teleport basically anywhere by pausing during a certain frame of the mantle animation, is banned in this category, along with weapon wheel clipping, which is the use of the weapon wheel to clip through any horizontal walls you want or anything like that. But again, everything else is accessible. So we're going to be using shield charge boosts, basically everywhere, and FPS skips as well, which we will be using to skip a few triggers later on in the game. But for now, this is a turret section. We just get to shoot this guy 3 times to the turret. The only thing that matters here is our right click, which is the missile. We don't actually have to shoot him with our left click whatsoever. The meter builds no matter what. And that was Kaleem, just like that. Already done the first level. Now we're going to get to the second level, where we're going to find our shield, which is one of the most important tools in the entire run, as it allows us to parry, do special attacks, and a bunch of other things. So we're going to equip that. Now this animation can be skipped by loading checkpoint halfway through it, but by loading checkpoint we can no longer go into the menu and equip what shield special abilities we want. We can only do it inside shops, but that's not really important right now. We're going to be doing another very difficult shield charge boost to skip the majority of this level. The setup is very tight. Jump up here, press tab to go into our menu. Hopefully we got a jump. Nah, we didn't. Got to do a checkpoint.
Hey, when you've nailed this and there's a moment, let me know when I can tell the people about something else really important.
Okay.
For now, all you.
Look down, open our weapon wheel to do a little bit of slow motion so we can get the lineup more precisely. These guys aren't where I want them to be, but maybe. No. Okay. Unfortunately. So they have to, we also have to manipulate how these enemies walk towards us as well to do this trick. So this entire like setup is just painstakingly difficult. Let's see if we can get it here. I think we got our double jump as well because we were in a grounded state. We did. Now we're out of bounds and we can go and void out on a different part of the level that will take us to the very end. And we're just going to collect some money and do a grapple once we void back in. This is one of the totems you can grapple on. We're going to be using that later on. They're very abusable. We can use the grapple to send us sky high. It'll be fun later on, but we do have a moment while we make our way to this fight over here.
Terrific, thank you. Because I wanted to let the people know we have met the target milestone to save Laszlo in Half-Life 2, thanks to an incredibly generous donation from K Alamode. It's $100 to Doodleplex saying, I save a Laszlo, I donate. Thank you so much for your incredible generosity, Kay.
So this is Nightmare difficulty. It is the hardest when it comes to enemies dealing damage to you. So we do have to be very careful. Now the only enemies in this area that matter are the special demons, such as these guys, and this invisible one right here. I don't actually know the names of these, but yeah, we just gotta kill them. Go back to this, I think it's called a Mancubus. He is the last enemy in this special demon wave until the boss spawns. Now earlier on we picked up a sigil, which gives us additional lives if we do die in combat, so we don't have to go back to a checkpoint. And I really don't want to spend my sigil here. It's kind of crucial I don't, because we're going to be needing it later on for some more difficult sections. Luckily, he went over to that barrel and I can use that to blow him up. That was very, very nice enemy pathing. I'm gonna go ahead and parry his projectile and send it back to him to deal a little bit of additional damage. But at the halfway point for this boss now, because we knocked the little rider off. And that's the boss. Very nice. I'm quite happy that I did not have to spend a life sigil there by taking too much damage. That level went really good, other than the 3 attempts it took to get the skip, but nice. Okay, now we're on to the first of the mech levels. Now, for this mech, we're actually going to be glitching into a wall and sending ourselves sky high to an out of bounds barrier. So by going here, dashing into this corner, we're going to kind of freak out a bit on our screen. And hopefully, if I get it right, it will send me into the sky. A little bit tricky. Not high enough. Okay, let's try that again. It's very also FPS dependent here, and I should mention that our FPS cap for this run is at 200. Come on. Not high enough again. Try this one more time. There we go. Now we're very high. We're gonna land on this barrier here. Oh no, we fell back in bounds. That's sad. Okay, try that one more time. Okay, now we should land on top of this barrier. Nice. Now we have to walk across a very thin out of bounds line throughout the duration of this. So we're gonna walk here, take a left. Now that was the easy part. The difficult section is up ahead on these next turns around this building.
That was the easy part.
Yes, the easy part. So we're gonna take a wide line here and turn left. Hopefully we don't fall back in bounds. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Nice, we got it. It's pretty much home free from here. We can run straight to the end of the level and start attacking the final boss. There is some speed tech when it comes to combat in the mech. So if we want this punch ability, which is the level 2 ability with our current mech loadout, and if we cancel the punch ability as it lands with a dash, we actually retain the charge for the meter to activate punch once again, and we're going to be trying to do that with these demons up ahead. I fell off a little bit early, but I should void out, and we are good anyway, so very nice. A little bit worried there, but luckily we're okay. So as you see with mech combat, there's this little ring that fills up as you deal damage to these demons and dodge their attacks. And here's the punch ability. We're going to try and cancel it as we land it, which I didn't get there. Got another attempt to do it here. Gonna do the... Ooh, I got hit by the lasers on the next guy over there. That's kind of sad. Unfortunate. Let's see if we can cancel some punches on this guy. Dodge that attack. Do a dash. Nice. We got one. We got two. Very nice. We got two cancels there, which allows us to do that special attack more than once in a row. There's a chance that we can actually soft lock this level if this guy decides he wants to have infinite health. So we gotta be careful with this combat. Hopefully we can just take him out with all these punches. We did miss the cancel, so we have to go through this again. Gotta run around him. If we hit a shield here, he does attack us back. Okay, punch. He was not invincible. Very nice.
Good.
Oh,
I was going to say, the enemy just deciding they don't take damage sounds like the kind of thing that could happen on Nightmare, but I'm glad we didn't have to worry about it.
Yes, that will be an issue later on as well with a few more combat sections with bosses, so we got to be careful about that. But this is going to be the first instance of the grapple tech, so if we get our shield stuck in this little totem here, we can grapple towards it. Now, the grapple has two parts to it. The part where it brings you up and then sends you downwards. Unfortunately, I think I'm stuck here. I used 30 FPS to fix that. Unfortunate. So yeah, these little totems here that we're trying to grapple onto, two parts, one where it brings you up and one where it sends you down. If we pause before it tries to send us down, it'll continuously just send us upwards, sky high. And we can use that to do some out-of-bounds sequences such as this one, where we're going to go around the building here. No, we messed it up again. Try that one more time. So grapple this over here. That's what the downwards animation looks like if you're a little bit too late on the pausing. Try that again. Got it. Hopefully I can get this out-of-bounds sequence. Here, there. There. Nice. Now there's no collision on that wall. We can just hop on right through. Now we are out of bounds on top of the map right now. I do got to be careful where I go. And we're going to be trying to hit a checkpoint in the end of this first half of the level by touching this wall and falling all the way down. And once we pass this barrier on the top right, it's going to say saving profile. That's how we know we can resume from checkpoint. And now we're at the end of the barracks section. We're going to collect this ruby. This ruby is...
Glitch Hunter has absolutely had a ball with this, didn't they?
Oh, this entire game.
All these setups.
This entire game, man. This game is incredibly broken. This category is like especially fun because of it. So here is a... I'm going to call this weapon a sniper because it does just kill enemies in one shot. Got a couple special demons to go for here. These three guys. We got these riders as well. We're going to do 2 headshots, melee, and then 2 more shots. Put them into the stun. This guy. 2 headshots on this one. We're at 10 health here. We do got to be careful with our health. We are kind of low.
I honestly don't know what they thought would happen when they gave the Doomslayer the Halo battle rifle. As though we weren't overpowered enough already.
Alright, so we've got a little puzzle to solve here. This switch needs to be activated somehow. Luckily, I've done this once or twice. So we're going to come back here, move this block to power the switch, and now we can access this jump pad. Now, one of my favorite portions of the entire run is coming up. We're going to be flying across the entire level all the way to the very end. So we're going to get that guy, hook onto this. We missed it, unfortunately. Get these two, hook back onto this. Gotta drop a little bit. Pause a couple times. Gotta do a shield charge boost, cancel it with a jump, fly across the map, slide off that edge of that. Come all the way over here, and one more time. All the way to the end of the level. Now we need money. We got about 50 bucks right now, but if we collect these two, we'll have 66, and we got some more money to get up here. And we're going to be using this cash for some upgrades on our weapons during Siege 1.
Ironic that you said $66, because that's almost exactly how much we'd need to meet our Half-Life 2 bonus mod run.
Oh, there we go. Let's get those $66.
So if anybody has a small amount to put us towards that, yeah, that would be fantastic.
So I'm going to be stunning this boss indefinitely by throwing my shield and recalling it. And by doing that, it keeps the boss stun locked. It's very APM intensive, but it's the safest way to do a boss fight like this. We're going to do 3 hits on our melee to get some ammo back on our sniper rifle, which is the best weapon we have right now. I'm going to make sure I'm at 10 bullets. I'm not. I'm going to collect these 2 bullets for some ammunition. And that is Sentinel Barracks all done. So now we're into the Holy City of Air Tomb. Now this is the first of the dragon levels in this game. Now these levels are particularly slow, as you can see. We're just kind of flying around in our Dragon Boy right now. And we're just going to be leaving the den and going up to the cathedral to continue on our journey to go find the Prince of the Demons, which is the big bad guy that we're going after for this run. We have a breakable wall up ahead. You can break things in this game with the dragon. I think that's the only thing we break in the run though, so it's a cool feature for as long as that was around. So one of the big techs with the dragon...
I mean, have you seen what we're doing to the demons? I think we're doing an awful lot of breaking.
True.
It's not the environment so much.
So interesting tech with the dragon here. If we go down to 30 FPS, we actually deal more damage to these turrets. I don't know why that's the case, it just is. And we can...
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a tick-based system, you know, and if you change the tick rate by changing the game speed.
The thing is, it's only those turrets, though. Any other dragon section, 30 FPS doesn't really help. I don't know why that's the case.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so we won't be toggling 30 with the dragon again. We got these little flying, fleshy vehicles here. Whenever we destroy them, they give us a little bit of gold. So we're going to be doing our best to take all these vehicles out and collect our moolah. So we're going to be going up here and getting off our dragon briefly to open a gate for us. So land here. I'm not sure why this section was added, honestly. It's about 5 seconds of being on the ground. We're going to go over here, open this door, and immediately get back on our dragon who's waiting for us at the other side of it. Again, it seems a bit unnecessary if you ask me, opening a door. When he somehow flew around, by the way. I feel like we could have just flew around with our dragon, but alright. So this is the cathedral. We have to go to these 4 ships here to open the gate to the main cathedral, to go to the center of it to fight the final boss, but we're actually going to go under the map here. And by going right here, the game's going to try to send us back up. But if we do a dash, look down, and then look back up, we can actually go under the map and fly our way to the center of the cathedral. Luckily, the dragon landing pad is always active inside the cathedral, so we're able to get it by looking through the wall here and then landing on the very final part of this level. This is the final combat section.
Nice.
A very difficult section. Easy to lose my life sigil again, which is not something I want, because we're going to need it for more difficult sections up ahead. Combat in this game, very, very, very hard. I'll keep saying that the entire time.
Because it continues to be true.
Yes.
I don't know if you're a Halo gamer, but the forcing the dragon down under the boundaries of the level reminded me a lot of the kind of shenanigans they get up to with like Banshees and some of the wider open Halo levels.
Oh, okay, I am not a Halo runner, actually. I do happen to be a Call of Duty runner, though. Don't have any interesting vehicle tech there. My shield seems to be bugged right now. I can't use it. That is...
Whoa.
Yeah. One bad thing that can happen, your shield can bug out, and it can either disappear and you can't block, or it can disappear and you can't throw it. Right there, I had it so I wasn't able to throw it. But we did get it fixed. That was Air Tomb, the first dragon level, by the way. We skipped the majority of the level by going underneath the map. But now we're on to... what level is this? Siege 1. Now, this is one of the longest levels in the entire game. There's going to be lots of combat sections. We got to go around a battlefield and destroy some gore nests and get a couple weapons. Also, our velocity is normally at 15 units per second when traveling horizontally. But if you jump and do bunny hop as you land while letting go forward, there's a chance you can actually go a little bit faster than normal. It is quite difficult on this section.
Does that accumulate over time, or?
It does, yes, but it really is FPS dependent, and my FPS in this section really isn't the best. So yes, it's very hard to gain movement speed over in Siege 1.
Uh-oh. So it's the kind of tech you might call pay to win, huh?
It is pay to win, and for those wondering, we do have an FPS cap of 200 for Doom speedruns, just to make that a lot less influential and based on FPS. So this entire level, we're just going to try and skip it by hopping on top of this wall, sliding, going around, and we're now at the end of the level. That was the longest level in the game.
So we are.
Just like that.
Thank you. I appreciate you not breaking on selling that until we got there.
Yes.
You know, it's so classic for people to be like, oh yeah, this is the hardest tech coming up, and then it's done in like 8 seconds, and they can't keep a straight face the whole time. So you did a great job selling that. I did not know until it was already over.
Thank you. So we're on to another turret section. Unfortunately, we can't really skip this. So we're just going to be trying to get all these demons. Eventually, a big bad boy is going to come through that wall, and we're going to keep our charges for him. Actually, we'll use one here, since we're going to get a new charge to shoot him with by the time we finish these next few waves. Got these guys here. And another big wave. It's these enemy spawns, you got to be very careful. Got to wait till all 3 of the spider boys spawn, and then blow up the kamikaze guys to get rid of the entire wave. Just these 3 skull demons. Wait a few seconds. Now we can use our right click. If you shoot them too early, your damage won't count, and you'll have to do another 4 shots at him. Definitely be careful about that. All right, 2 more shots to go. Do need a quick sip of water. This is the perfect time, if any.
Yeah, absolutely. Do want to let people know that we are still at $65 away from our milestone to add a mod run to our Half-Life 2 run, and also that we have an open and tied Hades 2 bid war for which animal familiar. So use !donate in chat and then head on over to the site, take a look at that. When you add your donation amount, use the add donations button and you can choose your favorite animal familiar and why you like them so much.
All right, so we just picked up another life sigil there, which gives us an additional chance to survive combat if we do die. We're going to grab this care package with some money inside of it, melee that guy, and hit this switch. This is one of the most likely chances of being able to skip something in this route currently. Like it's so close to being skippable, that turret section, but I just can't make it happen. Surely that gets solved one day for this category, but not today.
Yeah, I imagine.
So we not.
Hey, Eric, have you mentioned at all to this point why the enemies and the different interactables are lit up the way they are? Is that an accessibility feature?
That is an accessibility feature. Yes, they're all glowing bright red because it's really hard to see things in this game.
Fair, yeah. It is meant to be, you know, the Dark Ages.
Yeah, true.
That's not just cutesy. That's not just down to the Doomslayer being especially metal today. Like, the game uses RTX technology to the utmost to make the brights bright and the darks really dark.
Yes.
So, yeah, I could understand why you would use one of those features to make interactables, be they friend, foe, pickup, or, you know, destructible, more visually obvious.
So here's the first instance of FPS skip. We're going to be increasing our velocity and lowering our FPS down to 5 here. Now, normally in that room, there are there are barriers that get put up to prevent you from progressing until you kill all the enemies there. But because we toggled our FPS down, we were able to skip the trigger that would normally activate those barriers. Now, this section's kind of difficult with this pinky here. Hopefully, we can beat him without spending a life sigil. Oh, this is not looking good. We got those guys with machine turrets that just kind of melt us. So I'm going to pick up some ammo and health here. Please. Thank you. Okay, that was very scary. I still didn't spend a life sigil. I am very surprised. Okay, so that's basically Siege 2. We do gotta go do some shopping quickly. But before we do that, we are going to go up here and grab another ruby like we did later on. Rubies are used for tier 2 upgrades on weapons. Gold is used for tier 1. And I think it's diamonds are used for tier 3. We're gonna go up here, do a little bit of movement tech, grab this ruby. And then normally we have to defeat these enemies here. And then we got a huge boss fight at that side of the arena. But if we go onto this railing, fall off, do a double jump, we're actually going to void out and be spawned on the other side of this platform. Now, normally when the boss spawns here, there's an invisible barrier that blocks you from jumping up here. But we kind of just skipped all that. And we're able to beat the level by grappling onto this. And going to do some shopping.
Nice.
We're going to upgrade our Impaler, that's what it's called, the tier 1 and salvage for tier 2, which makes it so when we get ammo for our Impaler, our next shot is empowered. And also, in order to get ammo, all we have to do is do a shield throw. and we gain
Right.
1 ammunition. So we can really easily cycle that in fights by throwing shield, shooting, throwing shield, shooting. And we get empowered shots like back to back like that very easily.
These modern Doom games have always, in their mechanical systems, encouraged you to be super aggressive, kind of like Elden Ring coming up next. But yeah, in different ways. So when you use the melee, you've now got a combo system set up where you get more ammo that lets you do more damage, that lets you get more ammo, that lets you hit with more melee attacks, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's very satisfying combat in this game, I do have to say.
Speaking of satisfying, I really enjoy that we have the classic Doom guy as the icon in the center of the screen. Is that part of the game, or is that added in afterwards?
That is a customizable feature. So you have the choice of the modern Doom guy or the current one, whatever they have. I'm not sure what it is, but I did add the modern one. We're going to go for a very hard shield charge boost to skip an entire half of the level here. The trigger I'm trying to hit is very, very precise. This may take me a few attempts. I have to get enemies to line up exactly where I want them to. I got to hold back. Didn't get it that time. One of the harder skips in the run right here. This entire level is just incredibly difficult. The one I'm most worried about, honestly, next to Spire.
Gotcha.
Let's hope enemies are still lined up exactly where I need them to be. I'm so surprised that didn't work. So I no longer have a shield. I gotta wait till that comes back, so I just kind of gotta run around these enemies. Go for it again. Please. Nice, we got it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the like little bit of load unload in the background there. So what does the enemy lineup have to do with how that works?
It lets us do a shield charge boost off of them, so we're able to target them.
Okay, so you were surfing over one of them at the end there.
Basically, yes. So there's another grapple up here. What a totem we can hook our shield onto. We're gonna grapple it and do a couple pauses to go sky high. Normally this is another enemy section where you gotta go through quite a bit of combat. But what I'm doing right now is gonna put me out of bounds. Skip all of that. I'm gonna follow these rocks. Be very careful not to fall here or else we will have to reload checkpoint. But luckily, if we fall precisely here, do a double jump, we should void out and go back inbounds, and now we're able to take the elevator to the end of the level. Now, I should mention, we're never actually going to beat the forest level. This level will never be beaten. We're going to be skipping the end of this level and going straight onto the next one. Some weird thing about this game is that multiple levels can exist on the same map, and we are going to be abusing that in this situation to skip right to the Forge, which is the next level in the run. We just got our grenade launcher there. The grenade launcher is probably the best weapon in the game for movement. Also another grapple there we're going to be using. Get a grapple to it, pause, and fly across the map. And we're going to try and land on this invisible barrier here. Now this is one of the harder out-of-bounds sections in the entire run. We're on a very thin invisible wall. We're going to be falling off quite a bit, but I can save myself if I know which side I fall off of. I'm mantling back onto the wall. Oh my goodness, I've never fell that many times. Now, it should be known I'm not going to be getting any checkpoints for quite a long time here, so this entire out-of-bounds sequence...
The neat part is we genuinely can't tell how well it is or isn't going, so you just tell us it's going great and we believe you.
This is going insane right now, but we now are in the Forge. And now there's two routes I can take here. There's a very risky route, which I'm obviously going to go for, and there's a safe route where I fall back inbounds. But we're going to try and skip this entire first half of the Forge by following these invisible walls here. Get a fall. Ooh, actually, I didn't mantle that wall. Thankfully, I fell inbounds, and we're just in the Forge right now. Worst case scenario, I fall out of bounds, and I get sent back all the way to the forest. But that didn't happen. So actually falling there is completely fine. So now we can try to beat the Forge as we're normally supposed to. We have these 3 buttons we're supposed to hit. Normally you can't hit these buttons until you defeat a boss, but I just did a little bit of a movement sequence there to get my way around. Now instead of activating the other 2 buttons here, what I'm going to do is set myself up here in this corner, do a shield charge boost on this enemy, turn, and hopefully if I get far enough I will be able to reach this barrier here. Didn't get it, but we can try that again, thankfully. I do believe we have a checkpoint now, so no matter what, we are safe from being reset all the way back to forest, so we don't have to worry about that. I will take a life sigil here. Honestly, I really shouldn't have.
I was going to say safe, he says, at 28 health.
Yes.
Hey, well, you didn't earlier, so at least you hopefully have the one to give.
Yes. So we're going to land on top of this barrier. Now, this is very risky. We only get one chance at this grenade boost. Please. Oh my god, first try. That's insane. That's one of the harder skips in the run. So instead of activating 3 button switches, going through 4 different boss fights, and opening the door that takes us to this elevator, we just skipped all of that.
We just did that instead.
Yeah. We just did a grenade boost that kind of took us to the end of the level.
The forge will also be on the test, I fear, so I hope you've been studying, chat.
So here's another ruby we're going to pick up for an upgrade on a weapon later on. Also, there's a challenge for this level where we have to shield bash 3 demons or 5 demons when they're stunned like that. So there's 1. And I got 4 more to go, which hopefully I'll get later on. I'm going to be trying to skip this entire puzzle sequence by... Oh, okay. I tried to throw my shield there, but it hit an enemy. So we're going to try that again. Throw our shield. We missed it, unfortunately. We are going to go back, because this puzzle does take a long time. Oh. Activate this to bring us up. So we'll throw our shield at this totem that exists up there. Dang, man. That's unfortunate.
It's wild how versatile this shield is.
What is this platform doing?
Activate switches, lets you do zips, like better than Mario's cap, honestly.
Yeah, this shield is insane. So let's try that one more time. Okay. Ooh. That's kind of sad that I can't get that one more time. If this doesn't work, I'll just go do the puzzle.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
What's going on? There we go. That was a bit weird. Where's that platform going? Yeah, we got it. Very nice. So we hooked onto that. Now we're able to skip all this puzzle, mantle onto this, which we're not really supposed to. And we can go straight to the final sequence of this area.
Look, if the game doesn't stop you, you're supposed to. Isn't that how it works?
Yes, exactly. So there's a shop here, but I don't need to do any shopping. So we're just going to go straight into the final boss area. There's going to be quite a few enemies here. So I still need to kill dazed demons with my shield. There's one more. And this is all to complete a challenge that will give me some money.
Yeah, upgrade currencies is always the way.
I'm really mistiming on my shields here. Nice, we got it. Okay.
To give you an idea, chat, if you're not super familiar with the modern Doom games, doing these kinds of challenges in a casual playthrough, they're difficult enough and often esoteric enough that you won't get them all done in a casual playthrough. So you'll find you have less upgrade currency than you want to get the really cool stuff going into the end of the run. The fact that we're just casually clearing these out as we go through this giant arena is really intense.
Something I want to point out is that this challenge is actually back for the forest level, but because we never actually went through a level transition, our challenges for forest are still our challenges we have selected. But yes, this is Forge, by the way. We are just finishing Forge. We completely skipped forest, and now we have access to the final boss. I do want to parry his projectiles here to try and destroy his armor, so I can start doing a lot of damage with my impaler. We're going to grab this health. That'll bring us back to max. And just like that, we beat the final boss. Everybody else in this arena will perish once we blow up his little heart there, and we're safe. That is for just... That went really, really well. For as long as that took, that actually did go pretty well. Not bad. All right.
And chat, while that combat arena has been vanquished, our upcoming bid war has not. That is still tied. So if you are able to pick our animal buddy for Hades 2, please consider doing so. ! Donate in chat. You can also help us get over the $2,600 mark, which will get us that much closer to our Halo 2 mod incentive bonus run at $2,650. I know you can do it. You've been putting your money where your mouth is since Wednesday, so if we want to bring ourselves just a little bit more marathon on this spooky and fun Saturday evening, you know what to do.
Okay, so we've got another fighting sequence here. We got to kill all the special demons. There is another challenge in this level, but we can't start completing it yet as it requires the rocket launcher. There is a bug that can occur where that challenge actually instantly completes, which we really want to happen for that extra $50. Okay, we got 3 more enemies to go here. on. That should be all of them. Now all these little baby demons will despawn and we can get a rocket launcher. So the challenge is we have to kill 5 enemies with 1 rocket 5 times in a just in general. But for some reason, it sometimes just fully clears like that. Perfect. I don't know why it happens. It just happens. The challenge was instantly complete there. I do not believe that is intended, so it's very nice when it happens. Coming up is one of the most important skips in the run, because we only get 1 attempt at this FPS skip. There is no backup. If we fail, we have to go through a very long combat sequence. It's also kind of difficult. We'll see if we get it. So we're going to go up here, and the first arena is to our right at that little objective marker. We're going to pick up this ruby, and then we're going to do a shield charge boost off this demon who's down here, and try to do a 5 FPS skip. Unfortunately we didn't get it, so we have to go through this big combat sequence. There is no backup. If we fail, we do have to do this no matter what. There is going to be...
Tell me a little bit, while you're working on this, tell me a little bit about the FPS skips. Is that an external tool you're toggling on, like an MSI Afterburner, one of those?
It's actually, we have a built-in console for Doom, and we can just use console commands to toggle FPS. Neat. But normally in other speedruns that have FPS skips, like Call of Duty, I will be using Rivatuner for all my FPS skips.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Okay, so we just have a few more demons to go. My health is actually really nice here. I can play a little bit more risky if I want. This should be the last guy I have to get. And then we can go straight for the boss. I want the boss to stay away from all his friends back there, as they are kind of scary.
Yeah, we're on Nightmare. There's no need to be catching strays, because even those little plinks and dinks will hurt a lot.
Ooh, that was scary for a second.
As noticed by all of our shields suddenly going goodbye.
Yes, and it's back. Maximum armor increase, nice. Very nice. So if I did the FPS skip properly, I would have been able to go straight to this jump pad to activate that little thing we break. I'm going to try to do a little grenade boost here to get across this ledge. Very nice. You can actually boost yourself with the grenade launcher in this game. That's why it's one of the best weapons in the entire run. We're going to do another shield charge boost to get over here. Now we're going to the next arena. We will be performing the next FPS skip no matter what, because we do have a checkpoint we can use, but hopefully we don't have to. We do a shield charge boost, toggle FPS down. We missed it, unfortunately, so we're going to go ahead and checkpoint that. I'm going to stun this guy to keep him stuck there so I can use him to do another shield charge boost. If I don't stun him, there's a chance that I got no enemies to shield charge boost off of for the FPS skip. We're going to go back up here, try to perform it again. Do I have somebody? I don't know. This is all kind of risky. Kind of slow. Is that going to work? No. Give another attempt. Even if it takes me 4 or 5 tries to do this, it's still going to be faster and safer than going through the next combat section. The fight up ahead we're trying to skip is one of the most difficult in the run entirely, honestly, and I do not want to risk the run going for that. Do I really have a setup here? Wow. No! It didn't work again. I'm just kind of getting unlucky here. No.
Yeah, don't sweat it. You got this. You know exactly what you're doing.
Heck yeah. Okay, I gotta stun that guy. Go for it one more time. So the way FPS skips work is that it kind of just stutters you through the world. So you kind of like jump through the map instead of go through it in a fluid motion. So that's why we're able to skip triggers and whatnot. Wow, it actually didn't work that time. That is surprising to me. This one does not give me this much difficulty. I am very surprised it's taking this long. Another go. But I should mention, this FPS skip is nothing compared to the one we're going to be doing on Spire. That is without a doubt the most difficult. I at least have
something to look forward to.
I at least have a rough visual lineup of where I need to toggle. When it comes to Spire, it's completely blind. What exactly you're trying to FPS skip. So that's going to be fun once we get there. But it's worth going at it even for like 15, 20 attempts because it skips a very large section of the level.
Gotcha.
Okay, we got it. Very nice.
Hey,
now,
awesome.
all the enemies don't spawn in, and the barrier that normally is blocking this jump pad doesn't exist. And this is how the previous section would have been if we got the FPS skip there. Right? So I gotta be very careful. If I die at any point here, I am permanently soft locked. I cannot continue the level and I have to restart entirely. So we have to play very safe.
Yeah. What's not?
The next arena has these like walls that will go up if you die and have to reload a checkpoint, and there's nothing you can do about it. Right now the walls are currently down, so we're safe. But I just want to try to maintain my health here. We're also going to do some upgrades on our shield. We're going to get the upgrade that makes our shield bounce off of enemies that have an energy shield on them. Here's the section that's very dangerous. This fight isn't necessarily hard per se, but if you die, it's run over. So let's just hope I get through this smoothly. There are pools of acid on the ground I got to be careful about. But now that that boss is done, those should be gone. And these rolly guys do a significant amount of damage to you, so you gotta be really careful with them, and they're also very annoying to deal with. But we actually did it. We're good. In the clear, we can interact with this. That fighting is done, and we no longer have a chance to soft lock, thankfully. We're going to be upgrading, or not upgrading, but picking up one of the materials to do tier 3 upgrades. I'm not sure what this is called, but we're going to call it a diamond. Wraithstone, that's what it's called.
Wraithstone.
We're going to be using that.
That's appropriately spooky.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be using that for a weapon we're going to get later on in Sentinel Command Station. And you're going to see just how busted that weapon is. I guess I never mentioned, but we're playing on patch 1.0.1. This is not current patch. And this patch is very, very different than what the game currently is. And it just allows us to do more in the speedrun. And the entire weapon meta, based on what patch you're on, is also different. I'm missing a shadow demon. I'm not sure where he is, but it is very fitting because he is a shadow. I don't see him anywhere. And I guess that's the whole point, is that you're not supposed to see him.
Right.
We're gonna try and parry that tank. I'm not sure where the shadow guy is. Maybe he just didn't spawn in. That is a thing that can happen. Enemies just sometimes don't spawn in this game. Which is kind of nice when it happens, but not nice when you need the kills to progress.
Right.
Yes. Oh, he didn't spawn in, and it lets me complete this section early.
Just let us go.
I can go straight to the end of the level.
We'll take those.
That went decent. Aside from having to do the first fight, this level was really good. We're also going to grab this.
We also graciously take a $14 donation from Cerberus. I think that might be coming from inside the Hades 2 run from later. And Cerberus's comment simply says, "pup time," over and over and over again. So yeah, that's going towards Hecuba the Hound as the animal buddy in Hades 2 coming up later tonight. Thank you so much.
All right, so now we're on to the second mech level. We have challenges to complete here that are perfect dodges, and this challenge right here where you ground pound 2 enemies at once. So we got some gold for later. That challenge complete. Then we're going to try to do the tech where we... Oh, unable to get the cancel there on our fists. But yes, whenever you do a fist attack and you cancel it with a dash, it's like near frame perfect. You can keep all the charge and do the attack again. In Mech 3, we will be trying to abuse that as much as we can, just to like soar through the level. But now we get a machine gun. Actually, this is the shotgun. We get the machine gun later on. Spoilers. The shotgun's actually pretty decent. I do like it. So if you do a dodge on an enemy, you actually get like an empowered shot, which does a heck ton of damage on these guys. This guy has a shield. We're just gonna blast him. Looking for my next enemy. I don't want to shoot enemies that are trying to attack me, as they allow me to get charge off of them to make my shots empowered. So hopefully this guy attacks me. Very nice. We want to go for this guy as quick as we can. Get a dodge this guy's laser. And this guy should attack us. And this should be the last guy. Very nice. Alright, so that's the mech all done. And now we can go get the next upgrade for our shield. This is going to be the Holy Knives. I believe that's what they're called. Best shield upgrade in the game. We want to keep this as long as possible. If you remember earlier when I mentioned, we loaded the checkpoint on our... we actually got a rare bug there where we don't have access to our movement. I've only ever seen that once. But after you interact with that pool, there's a chance that you just can't move at all. And it actually happened right there. But luckily we have a checkpoint we can do. And
hey, production, do we have an that's happened exactly once before? No, I'm hearing we don't. Sorry.
Dang it. The only other time it happened was today in practice attempts, funnily enough. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so those waves are done. We're going to be trying to skip the next 2 waves of enemies by doing a bit of movement tech here. So we're going to blow those guys up so they don't hurt us. Mantle on top of this, walk forward a little bit, jump here, enter slow-mo, get our jump back. Like that, and now we were able to skip this entire combat sequence back here, which is very dangerous once the boss starts spawning in. And now we can go straight to the final combat sequence. You could do shield charge boost, get some movement, get this guy. We're on low health right now, kind of scary. Get to parry both these tanks. So now those are destroyed. Make sure you watch out for the mines that these spider enemies throw. They will deal a lot of damage like that to you. And when it comes to these cyber demons, you want to stand close to them so they only do melee combat with you. They do have a turret on their arm where if you stand far enough away from them, they will just shoot you and delete your health pool or destroy your shield, and then you can no longer block. But yeah, always make sure you stand next to those guys. Now coming up is going to be some very fun combat tech, like the stun walk we did earlier on the spider boss. We're going to be doing on one of these demon bosses as well. Just gonna try and do some grenade boosts to go a little bit faster. Get that chest full of money. We got to get some more money up here. I do have a couple more upgrades I want to do later on in the run to make our shield upgrade just a little bit stronger. We're going to go through quite a few enemies here in this fighting sequence. For the first guy, we're going to melee him twice and throw our shield to break his armor. And then do 2 headshots. That should get him. This one, melee, and then this spider. Not spider, snake. Snake person. My least favorite enemy in the game, by the way, is the snake. Because when she slithers around, she's kind of invincible. We're going to go for a stun walk on this boss. We can line it up.
Say, I appreciate you clarifying that it's a snake, because if you gave a snake legs, it wouldn't be a snake anymore, right?
No, not at all. We got the stun walk on that boss at the very end, which was nice. This room is dangerous as there's quite a few enemies around, as you can see. But now we're on to Sentinel Command Station, which is the level that I might be the most worried about. Next to, what is it called? Spire. Now, the reason why this level is so scary...
Eric, quick question.
Yes.
You've been mentioning, like, this is super hard. This is one of the trickiest parts of the run. Is there anywhere, if somebody was interested in learning the speed run, is there anywhere, any IL that you'd recommend they start with?
IL? If we're talking this category, I don't know, man, because there's...
Okay, so a different category is the answer.
It really depends on what you're looking for. If you like movement, I would recommend, like, Kolim or something. If you like combat, I would recommend... the level we just did, Forsaken Plains. Like, there's a lot this game offers depending on what you're looking for. If you like glitch heavy stuff, you can play unrestricted. If you like a little bit of glitches in your speedruns, you can play this category, limited. If you like glitchless with lots of combat, restricted is the rule set for you. Like, there's really everything available under the rule sets for this game. But limited is my favorite because it's not too broken where it gets boring when you're teleporting everywhere, and it's not not broken enough to where you're just kind of walking around playing the game fast but casually. So this is Sentinel Command Station. I'm very worried about this because there's a lot of combat here, and the combat is very scary. We only have 1 life sigil. The next life sigil we're going to get is going to be at the very end of the level. We're waiting for some dialogue to finish here, so in the meantime we're going to go and grab some gold. And then we're going to come back over here when this door opens. Now we're going to be going for a precise grenade boost over this entire gap to skip half the level. We're lining up our shot on this wall, walking towards it. I got it, nice, but it's not over yet. I still have another grenade boost to do here. Missed it, but we void out up here, thankfully. Nice, very nice. So now we're going to go down here and grab another ruby. This was recently added into the route once I started upgrading the Impaler earlier on. We go here, move this box to get back up there. Now this section, very dangerous. If you die here, you get reset all the way back to before before we did the skip to get across that gap. So these enemies, very dangerous. These guys with flags above their head are like mini bosses that empower the demons around them. So he is our first priority because these other demons are stronger with him alive. Now that he's gone, we can focus on the snake lady, who is, again, my least favorite enemy in the entire game because she goes invincible when she slithers around and is very annoying to deal with. Now we got our key card here, which we can open this door with. That door takes a bit to open, so we're going to turn around, grab that armor, come back, and then loot this chest. Go down here, and get our next shield upgrade. Now this shield upgrade is abysmal. It is not good whatsoever, so next time we have access to a shop, we want to make sure we equip back to the shield upgrade we got in Forsaken Plains, which was the Holy Knives. This shield upgrade is like a turret that really does no damage. We want to get rid of it ASAP. So it's about to get a little bit chaotic. Because I skipped this portion of the level earlier, we're going to have to fight two sets of enemy waves at once. One that you're supposed to encounter at the end of the level, and one you're supposed to counter at the start of the level. So it's going to get a little bit tricky here. There's going to be a lot of special demons that just exist in this area. And it's very easy to die and get reset. But again, we do have a life sigil we have access to. I want to spawn this demon right here. Go for him first. I am quite low on health. I'm a bit worried. Didn't parry that. That's scary. Oh my goodness. I need to abandon. Abandon. I need to go get help. So luckily, there's a max health right here that we can pick up.
Nice.
Shadow Demon, a couple more enemies here.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta bail out before you can lock in. Just a reminder, we are on Nightmare mode here. If you played anything since Doom 2016, you know how punishing Nightmare mode is.
Okay, so we should have the final set of enemies. So we completed the first phase for like when you get here at the beginning. Now this is the enemies that you're normally supposed to fight at the end of the level, which is where we're at right now. See what I mean with the auto turret? He kind of just blasts you unless you're right next to him. So we're just going to stand next to him for now, just so we can parry his attacks and he doesn't blast us. Ooh, that was scary. I'm going to blow up this barrel here. Or try to. Dang it. He ran away. Alright, abandon the barrel strat. Just melee him. Melee that guy. We should get a checkpoint here that lets us know we completed this section. We're going to reload this checkpoint. Because that's like the final checkpoint of the game. It's actually going to like set everything in the map to cleared. So normally this vent is closed, but since we reload a checkpoint, the vent opens up for us. We can come here, grab another life sigil, which we have 2 right now, which is amazing. I usually have 1 or 0 at this point in the level. And now we're going to get the best weapon in the game, which is the Ravager. Right now it's not that good, but we are going to go take a brief intermission and do some shopping over here. Gonna destroy those guys and upgrade this Ravager to slow burn and supplier.
Yep.
Now
there are a few problems in life that can't at least be ameliorated with putting a little money in, and you know, housing insecurity is absolutely one of those. So if you are in a if you're in a position where you are able to help our friend Doodleplex in her time of need, we would welcome that so very much. Exclamation point donate in chat if you are able to give. The minimum amount is $1.
That was a perfect transition into that. Beautiful transition.
Hey, thank you.
All right, so now we upgrade our Ravager to tier 3. This is a really good weapon. It's so good, in fact, that right after this patch I'm playing on, they completely nerfed it to not do as much damage as it does to bosses. But because we're on pre-patch, it's still good, and we are going to be abusing that for most of the fights coming up. So this is another dragon level. We love dragon levels. We're just going to be flying around a bit, but instead of going to all these objectives, just like on the City of Air Tomb, we're going to be going under the map and skipping most of the things that we need to do. So we're going to come here. Now the game's going to try to send us back up, but if we do a dash and look down, we can skip the barrier that prevents us from going out of bounds. Now we're going to be doing some sliding against this wall and flying right here. Now we're waiting for a checkpoint to pop up in the top right. saving profile, and we can reload that checkpoint. And now we're at an area that's normally inaccessible till later on in the dragon flying sequence of this level. A couple more of these fleshy boys to take care of. They do give us money when we destroy them, but we do want to focus them. They are our priority right now. Going to be destroying 3 of them this run. I think they give us 25 bucks every time we destroy one. I honestly don't remember. And we got these tentacle monsters here. The way these work is you have to dodge all of the red things. They don't give you an empowered shot, but the blue ones, they give you empowered bullets, and you can just spam mouse 1 there to your heart's content as fast as you want, and you'll deal a lot of damage to them. This fleshy vehicle, unfortunately, we cannot destroy it in time, so we'll just let him drive to wherever he wants to. We're gonna let him live. Now we got these what are these, aircraft carriers, or just carriers? Normally when we defeat these, they let us do different parts of the map. This one lets us get access to this tentacle we gotta destroy. So one combat when it comes to dragons is that if you dash and then spam your shoot button, which I have mine on mouse wheel down, you can shoot very fast, as you can see. Only when you're dashing though with the dragon. You can't do it when you're in combat like this. You're only able to do mouse 1, not mouse wheel down. But if you can still press mouse 1 fast, you're good.
I hadn't thought about it, but I knew there had to be some esoteric binding in here somewhere.
Yes, there's quite a bit.
With all the shenanigans you're getting up to, it figures.
So I'm going to dodge, dash, and then spam mouse wheel down to shoot really fast. And then go for this. Ooh, let's go for that again. Nice. So now there's going to be 2 of the flying fleshy vehicles down here. If I go too close to the edge of the map, I'll only spawn into 1. So I'm going to go a little bit to the middle here. Make sure they both start flying, which they did. And now I can go for both of them. Do want to make sure I get these 2 so I can afford an additional upgrade later on. Also, we just got a skin for destroying 2 of these vehicles. Unfortunately, won't be equipping that though. No cosmetics this run. Now we're just going to be going to the last tentacle, and after we destroy this tentacle, the game's going to want us to fly to the very top of the map. A little bit of a flying sequence. It is some downtime, but we are fortunately able to skip all that downtime by waiting for the top right of the map to say saving profile, restart map from checkpoint, and it's going to spawn us right at the final arena where we can fight this Brain of Cthulhu looking guy. Gonna do another dodge.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then go right here to the final arena. So for this arena, I am going to reload checkpoint just to keep all the enemies consistent. And the reason for this is if you just go in there without reloading checkpoint, this tank here will not... What? He's supposed to shoot me. What's going on? Shoot me. Thank you. That was weird. So now he shot me, and I'm able to destroy him quickly. We do have to get him later on. So reloading checkpoint there is just a bit faster for this combat.
Doom guy doing his best Arnold impression. Shoot me! But also we know that the Doom Slayer doesn't talk unless it's absolutely necessary.
Only those painful grunts he makes when he gets shot.
Okay, exactly.
Where is the snake lady? Did I get her? I think I did. Maybe she didn't spawn in yet. Oh, here's one of them. Should be another snake lady somewhere. There she is.
But granted, given that in canon this game, the Doomslayer is basically like locked away unless they need him. He's deployed as a siege weapon. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually just nonverbal.
Okay, we got a couple more enemies to get here. Hopefully after I shield bash these guys, I can have access to the boss, which I can. I'm fighting 2 bosses at once, but I only want to focus on this one. So I'm gonna try to get my holy daggers to target her down, and perfect. That boss fight went really well. I still have 2 life sigils. This is insane to me. This is really good. I usually...
Yeah, you were being judicious about it earlier, and everything outside of like the tech, all the fights have gone really, really well. You should be super happy.
So surprised. Also, this is Spire. Bear with me here because
it's go time.
This is single-handedly the hardest trick in the entire run. We're going to be doing a blind 5 FPS skip by flying outside of the map. In order to set this trick up, I have to lure all the enemies to this part of the map. I'm going to fall out of bounds. I'm back up here at the start. And oh, this is going to be painful. I'm gonna jump here, do a shield bash, run, toggle 5 FPS. Oh my god, I got it first try. Oh, that is insane.
That's exactly what I was hoping would happen.
Oh my goodness. So we just skipped
all right, so now that you're past it, what did we do?
We skipped the entire, so this is supposed to be a dragon level. This is entirely a dragon level, and what we did there was we skipped all the dragon flying sequences. Dude, first try, that's insane. Oh my goodness.
Like, genuinely, I was thinking, like, while we work on this, chat, I want you to tell me your scariest possible origin for the Doomslayer. Like, is the Doomslayer, you know, what was supposed to happen when they tried to make the original Barbie doll, or just any origin the chat wanted to come up with? And I still want to hear that, but we didn't even have time to get into it before you crushed that trick.
I'm so happy we got no time for that. That's amazing. I was the most scared about Spire. Everything else I can live with. Spire was like the big thing. So we got this.
Yeah, you literally said earlier 15 to 20 attempts at it, and yet.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. So we're gonna be doing another stun lock on this guy here. And just like that, that boss is defeated. We're gonna go switch back to this machine gun now. We're going to fully empower it. And hopefully I separated the bosses. Did I? I believe I did. Oh no, I didn't. They're next to each other. This is going to be a bit tricky then. Okay, they are separated. Hopefully they stay separated for a long enough time. Nice. Nice. You don't want to fight both of them at once. You only need to get rid of this boss, but having the other one, the little lizard guy crawling around, I heard a parry animation there. That was weird. But the lizard guy crawling around can really pose a threat. Also, we now got this crossbow, the ballistic force crossbow. One of the best weapons in the game, but we're not really going to be using it for the most part, because we want to save its ammunition for the last level mostly. We will use it in a couple other spots, but only when we have ammo to pick up that's laying around. So this is the first swimming sequence in the game, I guess. We do have some tech when it comes to swimming. We're going to be doing something called zigzagging. So I'm going to be alternating my left and right keys back and forth while I hold forward. And this is going to give me a little bit of additional velocity while I'm traveling through the water, rather than I was just holding forward. It is. Right. It does get your arm a little bit sore for the longer swimming sections coming up, but
then so does swimming.
Yeah, exactly. It's fitting. It's very fitting. That's true. Luckily, I do have experience with zigzagging though, as we kind of do it all over Call of Duty speedruns, which is primarily.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking now. Like, honestly, with the games that you've told me you run, I'm not surprised.
We'd be doing
the idea of adding the speed from two different movement vectors together.
Yep. Very classic speedrun tech. We're going to be destroying this barrier here to give us some money. That's going to drop down. Now we got this guy we have to defeat before we can have access to the jump pad. So instead of meleeing him there, I'm just going to shoot him because meleeing is a little bit slow. We got these enemies here. We got to get these 3 skulls. Now we are going to use the crossbow to get most of the enemies in this section. Only because we have some crossbow ammunition right here that we can use. It's very convenient.
Nice.
So here we only have to kill the special demons. This guy, these 2 shadow people. I got him. And then this guy up here. Now, normally we're supposed to go this way, follow that path, but if we turn around, hop on top of this tree, go around, hop over here, boom. We skipped all that combat and parkour that the game expects us to do over there. Sorry, we skipped it.
And that was movement easy enough that I think you could genuinely try that one at home.
It was funny when this game first came out. A couple people in the Discord said that they just casually did that, and I thought that was intended.
I believe it. Yeah.
Also, we're pretty much done Spire. This mic gold. I'm looking at my splits right now. This is insane. This is insane, man.
That's terrific. Honestly, chat's been kicking around some ideas. What I want them to do in the form of a donation is send in a compliment to you or to the Doomslayer. Just say something nice about how this has been going, what you've enjoyed about this run so far, because I think they both absolutely deserve it.
All right, that's Spire. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe.
I cannot tell you how impressed I've been.
Wow.
with that level especially, but just generally through this run so far.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. So this is the longest downtime we have in the run, 36 seconds. So it's time for me to take a quick sip of water.
Please do, and while you do that, I'll let everyone know a little bit more about what we've been doing here since Wednesday. It's a mutual aid marathon for Sarah, also known as Doodleplex, a valued member of the volunteering and speedrunning community across many events, especially but not limited to GDQ, the creator of the GDQ Yes Chef emote, taking after her late father and her desire to help others. She loves photography, drawing, designing, and video games, although in her words, the only thing she speedruns is eating ice cream. I don't know that that's strictly true. There will be a showcase from Doodleplex at the end of our event. She also loves her cats, Rosie and Ruby, who need a good home as well as she does, and her nephew, who she hopes to introduce to speedrunning someday. So if you can help get Sarah back to doing what she loves to do best, you can type !donate in the chat and say something nice about Eric and the Doomslayer while you're at it.
So I do have a texture set up for this. It's very, very precise, where we have to throw a grenade. Did I get it? Nice. All right, so now we skipped the majority of the level, and we're gonna do a brief bit of shopping here to upgrade our shield. Actually, I'm broke. I can't do that. Okay, so we'll just not do that. Where did I forget my money? Unfortunate. The upgrade isn't necessary. It does make the parry, when you parry projectile, do a bit more damage, but it's okay. We'll live. Well, hopefully. We're going to get rid of all the special demons here, another combat sequence. This one isn't particularly difficult, as the enemies are really, really spaced apart. And this is on a power demon. Make sure you get rid of these guys first, as they do a lot of damage. And now everyone else is back to being on normal strength here. Also, the Holy Daggers, my parry ability on my shield, is incredibly strong. May not look like it, but it's dealing a hefty amount of damage. Now, for these enemies, we want to just kind of hide back here and wait for him to do all his attacks. Oh, I ran out of ammo. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to switch to the Impaler.
Out of money, out of ammo, but we've still got a shield and a more than enough grit to see us through this. You got this.
Nice. Okay, well, that's the level. These next few levels are going to absolutely fly by the way. So make sure you pay attention. We're going to be using our grenade launcher here, doing grenade boost, flying. So for this area, the game expects us to go collect our 2 relic fragments and defeat 2 waves of enemies. And then we're going to go downstairs and do another whole boss fight down there. I have 5 health. It's okay. I think this armor is good enough to make me survive. But we're going to do a grenade boost here. Oh. It's okay. We void out, but we're able to just climb back up here. Right.
I would say that only cost us 6. We're still good.
Goodness. Uh-oh. Carried that guy, thankfully.
Good reflexes. Now we have no armor.
Yep. I'm not going to spend a life sigil. They're too important for me later on. It's okay. If I'm going to take a death...
I like the death in midair. That's pretty chill.
If I'm going to take any death, I want it to be on this level, because this is supposed to be the shortest level in the game, only at 48 seconds. But unfortunately, I was having a bit of difficulty with my grenade boosts up ahead. But let's go for that again. Grenade there. There we go. What? Was there a piece of geometry that got in the way? That was crazy. That should have worked. Okay, let's try that again. This is... I've never failed at this often.
One more.
There we go.
There it is. I saw that one sit down. I'm like, that's what we've been looking for this whole time. Because all the rest of the times, the grenade kind of bounced to good ways.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. But we're out of bounds, and now we're back in bounds, and we're at the end of the level. Yeah. So we skipped a bunch of fights. We skipped an elevator we're supposed to take, and normally in this section, there's a lot of combat here. Huge boss fight. You're supposed to use your ballistic force crossbow to clear waves of enemies.
But since we didn't hit a trigger,
yeah, we're able to just beat the level just like that.
Funny how that works.
So this is Temple. This level has some pretty cool skips. I really like it, but it's also incredibly dangerous. Like most things in this game, I guess. I feel very repetitive saying this is dangerous, this is hard, this is difficult. This game is just really...
I mean, granted, we're playing with some extremely difficult FPS dependent, pixel perfect or near to it in some cases tricks on Nightmare difficulty. You could hypothetically make some parts of this easier for yourself by not playing it on Nightmare.
It's
but,
fun on Nightmare.
I'm sure you'd be the first person. I'm sure you'd be the first person to say, "Where's the fun in that?"
I will say the fighting sequences in this game are a bit trivial on any other difficulty but Nightmare, so that's why I do choose to run it. If it wasn't for Nightmare, we would just kind of be running across the map, flying everywhere, which would be cool. But I think it's cooler if there's some risk involved in the combat here. Also, that demon was empowered, but the way they work is if you don't stun them immediately, they will duplicate into another form of themselves. And there will be two of them, and you have to defeat her other form before you can have access to the main form in order to defeat her. So it was really crucial for me to stun her.
We love decoys.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Definitely don't cost us extra time at all.
Very annoying. Very annoying. Also, another swimming section. Again, I am alternating left and right on my movement keys here just to swim a little bit faster. Now, coming up is going to be a giant boss arena. But we don't want to do any combat because this is Nightmare difficulty. Combat's hard, and we're going to be trying to skip all that. So this used to be one of the most difficult tricks in the entire run, but with the discovery of being able to pause to make shield charge boosts consistent, it now makes them essentially trivial and very easy to perform compared to being a near frame perfect trick. So we're going to hop up here and do a shield charge boost on this enemy. Jump and try to climb on top of this invisible barrier. Wow, I actually failed it. I'm not too upset about that. Very easy to try again. But wow, that didn't work. I'm very surprised.
You know what I'm surprised by? The fact that we're still not at $2,600. We're looking to get to $2,650 for that Half-Life 2 extra mod showcase to be added to the end of the Half-Life 2 run. And I really want us to get there, chat. I know we have a little bit of time, but this Doom run is nearing its end, and then we have Night Rain after that, and before too long, we'll be at Half-Life 2. So if you are interested in seeing that extra showcase, whether you catch it live, catch it in a VOD later on, it's still going to happen if you get your donations in. So please consider donating.
So back there, we were able to skip that entire fighting arena sequence with that shield charge boost. And we were able to get close enough with that boost to hit a ring that will send us flying into an invisible teleporter that brings us into this water section. So minutes have just been shaved off compared to a casual attempt at that. It's very nice. Now we're on to the final part of this level. Another combat sequence that we're going to be trying to skip with some interesting movement. We're going to be climbing up this wall. Also, I'm almost dead. I'm going to try to stun this guy. Go here, jump, do a weapon wheel, hopefully get a double jump here. Saving profile checkpoint just happened, so I'm going to save and quit. And we're up here over on these stairs a little bit earlier. Does save time LRT, but when it comes to RTA, I honestly don't know if that's worth it. Also, that's Temple. Very nice. Belly of the Beast.
Was the weapon wheel kind of the idea of like simulating a FPS skip, but without having to actually lower the FPS? Like it just kind of slowed game time down and let you get that extra little bit of height?
So it's what that did was it allows us to become into a grounded state again, which gives us access to our jump.
Ah, okay.
Yes. This is Belly of the Beast. This is probably a pretty cool movement sequence coming up. We're going to do a shield charge boost, hit this tentacle, go onto this second platform that we normally don't have access to. Now this one's completely RNG, whether or not enemies behave. Looks like they are, but I can't believe I hit that. Okay, that was very clumsy, but I got it first try. That's Belly of the Beast. Level's essentially over. That was the majority of it was skipped with that those shield charge boosts and bouncing off tentacles.
Yeah, we just do a little bit of surfing.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, so we're going to be doing another weapon wheel. We've got our jump, but we didn't get a full hop, unfortunately.
It's like, hey, I recognize this geometry.
Yes, this is actually the same geometry back from Temple. Oh, come on.
Get up there.
No, didn't get a full hop. I was able to do it first try last time. Come on.
So you were.
Dude.
Come on, chat. Give us your energy.
Please. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, this should be good. I'm going fast enough. But this time, these stairs are blocked off. How will I ever get across or around this barrier? Well, I'm going to throw Grenade there, walk forward, and jump over this cannon, and we're behind the barrier, just like that. Very nice.
Huh. Wow.
So now we're gonna...
It turns out when you move in 3 directions, a 2-dimensional barrier isn't quite as scary.
Very true, yes. So now we want to go stand close to this demon because he's just going to try and shoot his machine gun at us, and we'd rather parry him instead of get shot. Now we're going to switch back to our Ravager here. Gonna wait till it fully charges up, and we can start dealing massive damage. Some mines are going to be thrown around. I am kind of scared about that. Actually, we're fine. No mines were thrown by the Spider-Man. We're good. A couple more demons here. Got our Pinky. And one more Macubus. And then we got these shield enemies. We want to get the empowered guy at the back. We got this guy who likes to melee a lot, but it's very easy to parry, thankfully. And that's everyone. Nice. That's Belly of the Beast. That level went really good. So now we're on Harbor of Souls. This start of the level wants you to do... this is our first introduction to the Berserk upgrade, by the way. But we're not going to grab that. Instead, we're going to throw a grenade there and try to get on top of this barrier earlier than intended, so we can skip getting Berserk now. Now this area is going to fill up with a bunch of water. This is like the one unskippable cutscene in the entire game, by the way. Just watching water fill up this.
And while we wait on that cutscene, I want to welcome our raiders from Retro. Another runner of many fine Doom games and the like, if I don't miss my guess. Definitely recognize that name.
Yes, he is in the Doom community. Nice. That's awesome. We got some Doom viewers up in here. Now we got that Berserk. We're actually able to use it for the rest of the level. Normally, the Berserk is only accessible for that combat sequence, but because we got it after we started filling up the water, we were able to use it for this entire part of the level. Also, some more grapple tech here. Going to be hooking on to this, pausing, and then holding forward. We're going to try and grapple all the way on top of this invisible barrier. Unfortunately, we didn't get it there. We do get another try at it. Let's go for it. A little bit too late on that. Okay, we should be good this time. I do believe I have the height. Nice. So now we're out of bounds.
There it is.
Also, this is a whole level over here, and we're just going to kind of skip it by falling under the map for a while. We're just going to keep falling here and falling and falling.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal. If that level had been important, I'm sure we would have mentioned it sooner.
And now we're at the very end of the level. I am going to toggle to 30 FPS here so I don't get stuck on any of this out of bounds geometry, and I'm safe to toggle back to 200. Touch this button. And that's Harbor of Souls, complete just like that, with that one out of bounds sequence.
Nicely done.
Another extremely long level, skipped with the cool grapple tech that sends us flying by pausing. And we got
that's great.
3 life sigils. And we're coming up on
maxed out.
Probably the most difficult combat level in the game, which is Resurrection.
Oh, nice to be able to let loose when we get there.
Yes, definitely. I do kind of want to lean back for this one. Let's see if we can get some nice movement here with our grenade launcher. We can build up a lot of speed here with our bunny hops and our grenades. Let me go fast.
There it is, yeah. The first couple kind of bounced off, but I see we're losing shield and gaining. No! Right in the face. I had to say something.
Unfortunate. So we're going to start using the crossbow here for these sequences because there's a lot of arenas and we have to defeat them no matter what. There's nothing we can do. They're not skippable, unfortunately, in this category anyway. We're going to do one in the center of those 4 enemies. And I got all 4 of them. Perfect. I know I got all 4 of the enemies I needed to get. Well, if these 2 guys here spawn in, which they did. Got one more behind me. And it looks like we're going to be using a life sigil here pretty soon. But hopefully if I stand next to this guy, he'll stop shooting me. Well, there is one life sigil.
There it is.
I expect them all to be used this level without a doubt. This is a very difficult combat. Gonna parry this guy. And now we got these 2 shields. Go straight for the boss here. 2 snake ladies are gonna spawn. We want to stay away from them as they deal a scary amount of damage. And just focus on the mini boss. Very nice. I'm happy it only cost us 1 life sigil. There's 3 arenas here. And as long as we do 1 life sigil or less per arena, that's good. Okay, so we're waiting for a cutscene, and then this barrier is going to come down. We can do some cool shield charge boosts here. This one kind of boring, and this one also kind of boring, but I can get some kind of crazy fast boost on this one like that. I don't know why, it just happens. But yeah, we just kind of zipped all the way to the next arena.
Yeah, just a little bit of that classic, you know, Quake engine inspired. Not that that's what we're running on here, but a little bit of that classic inspired slope hopping.
Okay, we got more demons here. This is my least favorite arena. Also, nice slow-mo, man. What was that? Oh my goodness, jank.
It went tech demo mode on you for a second. Hey, no, you really got to appreciate this one.
Okay, parry those. If I get through this arena without a life sigil, I will be very happy. This is my least favorite arena and the most difficult in my eyes. Okay, we just got to get this Brain of Cthulhu, and then we can go straight for the final boss here.
Maintaining so far, but you know nothing's certainty on Nightmare difficulty. Any stray hit could absolutely chunk you down.
That was a stray hit.
Like that.
Okay. Let me try to...
But...
There's mines and everything here, dude. Oh my goodness.
There it was. That's fine. We take that.
It's okay. That's why we got the life sigils. I'm so happy we have some despair for this level. It's incredible that I was able to take them this far. Okay, we still got one more, and I don't think we'll use it for the next fights. We're cool. All right, so we're gonna try.
And Chad, just a reminder that just $1 more will get us to 2,600. If you are shooter fans out there, if you just joined us from Rytro, you probably are. We are looking to add some extra spice to our Half-Life 2 run coming up later tonight. We're adding a mod showcase, a bonus run from a mod for Half-Life 2. So if you want to see that, whatever you can give, !donate in the chat will help us get a little bit closer to that. We'd like to be at $2,650 to be able to add that.
So this is the final arena. I'm going to be trying to do an exploit here by toggling 30 FPS and going back inside the arena. Normally, if you're on 200 FPS there, the arena barriers will come up and block you from re-entering and softlock you from completing the level. But because we toggle down to 30 FPS, the barriers that spawn, like these ones on the side, take longer to activate the lower your FPS is. So that allows us to come back into the arena before we're locked out. And also, that was that arena all done. Nice. We also have Berserk here. Because we never actually completed the Berserk arena, after this cutscene, the Berserk upgrade is going to respawn, and it's incredibly crucial that I get this and beeline it straight to this dragon in the best line I can, because we're going to be trying to preserve this Berserk, which doesn't tick down while you're in dragon mode, by the way. We're going to be trying to preserve Berserk all the way up until the final boss fight of this level. And if we don't, we're going to be unable to do 2 first cycles on both phases of the final boss. So it's crucial that we get a very nice movement line once we get control of the Doom guy once again. Hopefully, we can show off that first cycle in the first phase. For Creedmaker, that's the boss we're going after right now. But we got some dragon, we got some tentacles, and we got some shooting right now. All right, a little bit more flying. We're going to be coming up to a ship. Also, these fleshy guys, I'm not too worried about anymore. I will not be shopping for the rest of the run. Pretty much got all the upgrades I want. I did want an additional upgrade earlier on, but I didn't have enough money. And at this point in the run, it's not worth going through the upgrade. We're going to be going through these, just spamming mouse 1 and mouse 2. These guys here. And just this big orb right here. Now the movement needs to be absolutely perfect here. I cannot mess up my line. I cannot get blocked by an enemy. I need to make it to the final door to access the Creedmaker as soon as I can. So I'm going to be trying to do some shield charges on these enemies. Not good.
Ideally, you wanted to go around the enemies, I imagine.
Yes. That's not good. I don't know if this is going to work now. Oh, God. And I was slow.
Princess.
Okay, I need to get this melee instantly. No, dude. dude. I'm gonna have to go through.
You're hoping to berserk him all the way down.
Yeah,
huh?
now I'm gonna have to go through a very lengthy bubble sequence.
Barf.
And I can't even do a checkpoint here because I don't have Berserker anymore. So no matter what, we're kind of just chilling and dodging projectiles. It's actually okay for the first phase. The bubble sequence isn't super long, but the second phase is incredibly long. We want to make sure we skip that bubble sequence entirely. Don't do another one. Okay, he didn't. So I'm going to be doing checkpoint here. And during this checkpoint, I'm going to be dashing and then meleeing the boss twice during this black screen. And this is going to skip a bubble phase where he becomes invincible and has you play like a little platformer thing where you're supposed to dodge a bunch of energy spikes and whatnot. We're going to melee him during this animation. And then we're going to not hit the explodey bubble there to stun him. We're going to manually stun him and just mow him down all the way until his health pool is empty. And this is a setup to skip the bubble phase for the second phase of this fight. A lot of phases. But yeah, that was a decent fight aside from having to go through the first bubble and the first part of that fight.
Yeah, as backups go, cleanly executed.
Yeah, it's not bad. Lots of mech here. Oh, I think I mentioned I was going to be using the fist a lot here, but I kind of totally forgot. We do have the rocket launcher for these mech fights. I'm going to just mouse one this guy down and try to line up my rocket so it hits both of them at once. You shoot 2 rockets at once, one on the left, one on the right, and if you line it up just right, you're able to kill 2 enemies at once with that. So we're going to be...
Yeah, Chad, you didn't know this was also a Titanfall game, did you?
Okay, so another set of rockets here. 2 enemies over there. Nice. No! It's okay. I can do it again here on these 2.
True. Left and right.
It worked. Nice. Very nice. And this is the last enemy. And now we get access to the machine gun, which is actually the worst part of mech combat. It is by far the worst weapon, but we're forced to use it, unfortunately. Shotgun, marginally better. Auto turret, obviously the best weapon you can use for a mech. But thankfully, when we dodge, we actually get it upgraded to where we can shoot a little bit faster. And we're going to get our friend here on top of this pillar to just shoot the other demons for us, like this. Does it deal damage to them? I don't know. But I honestly feel like it does because they get mowed down. Alright, another dodge here. Shoot your friend. Yes. I can only shoot his toes here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the speedrunning version of like the kind of superstitions that sports players do. Like, if the result is good, why not keep doing the thing?
Exactly, 100%. So this guy, he's going to be a little bit annoying because he's trying to shoot me right now as I'm going about with my business. Like, I'm just got to make sure he doesn't take away my charge. Okay, I dodged that. Unfortunately, I couldn't get them both with that. I think one more spawns over here. Hopefully I can line it up to kill him as he spawns in. Gaming. Very nice. That was awesome. Alright, now this is going to be the final Hellgate generator over here. This wave is going to go by really quickly. Just 2 shots are needed. Go first shot, and then the second shot right here. And that's all done. So we're going to interact with this and go on to the final battle of this level. This level is also, well, I guess it's not the final battle. It's the pre-final battle, the penultimate battle. I'm gonna rocket fist over there and jump over this. We're also going to be running as this cutscene fades out. So we're close to this boss here. The old one is very scary. You can soft walk and make him invincible, so you got to be very careful about that. We're gonna do our rocket here. And also, when you stun him, do not go through the stun animation. I'm going to just wait because I don't like the position I'm in. It's a very long animation you go through, and you deal basically no damage for the animation time spent. So always just wait for it to go play out, or go behind him and start hitting him like that. Also, he's now in a little invincible mode right now. Gotta wait till he finishes this animation. We'll shoot him again. Now, if he flies up in the sky here, I'm not allowed to hit him. Wow, that was actually a really good fight. Normally, he flies up in the sky and does like a bunch of stuff. And if you kill him while he's up in the sky, he's actually invincible for the, uh-oh. This is not good. I'm kind of scared. That should have killed him. I should not be going through this right now. What's going on? I thought that was the final animation. Wait, we're good?
Like, no,
are we good?
You didn't let me do my cool attack.
We're good. Okay. I guess he really wanted to do the flying animation. That was weird, man. I was really, really scared there for a second.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody gets back up from that one.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, old one's gone.
Maybe BJ Blazkowicz in Wolfenstein 2, but that's about it.
Okay, so here is the Prince. Prince Azrak. He is the main bad guy who've been trying to get after this entire time. Let's go ahead and pop that. That was a silly little mistake I made. So we want to parry his attacks and not just eat all his melees. I was trying to switch weapons there, but while I'm switching weapons, I can't block. So, also that attacks very fast. Not very fair if you ask me. I am not doing this combat really well. Okay, we're gonna parry every single hit from here on out.
I was gonna say, hey, ask our next runners what they consider fast and fair. That's the Elden Ring, Night Rain co-op coming up. You want to see Fast and Furious with people getting dropped from full health. You will probably see that in that run.
This is baby combat compared to what they're going to experience in Elden Ring.
Kinda.
Okay, no more hits. We're just going to parry everything. We're not a filthy casual. Okay, so he's going to be invincible until these things come up. We're going to destroy those and go back into combat. No hit. Unfortunately, when you get hit and you do a lengthy slow-mo animation, sorry, not when you get hit, when you parry. Right. On lower difficulties, it's faster to just get hit.
You just take the hits, sure.
But obviously, we can't do that here, as you just saw me spend a life sigil. No, we got hit! Damn it. Okay, no more after that.
You can bend, just don't break.
Also, we don't want to go through the animation that pops up. You can see that it's trying to get me to melee him, but those are just really, really slow, and they deal no damage.
And animation.
Yeah, not worth going for. So now we're on to the final phase of the fight. This is a bit of a lengthy one because we got to go through a little mini game before we can fight the Prince Azrak again. The way this minigame works is that there's going to be a bunch of statues that spawn around us, and he's going to fly away. Goodbye, my friend. Statue, statue, statue. For these statues, I mean, the game wants you to parry them, but it's really slow. It's best if you just, like, kind of dodge and not die to them. I will parry these last two, though. I'm not... oh, there's only one left. Okay.
Someone in chat comparing the Azrak ship to the Nether Brain from Baldur's Gate.
Okay, we can't take...
The final encounters there.
No!
Ooh.
Damn, man. We gotta go through that lengthy fight again. It's okay. It's only the third phase.
Okay. I was wondering what you meant when you said lengthy.
Yeah, it's just a statue section. I can't believe I died there. So sad. So sad. Try to speed this up and not parry any statues.
Yeah, look, honestly, whatever else happens in this run, you got Spire first try.
I got Spire first try.
You can always hang your head on that.
Spire, man. That's just what I'm most happy about. I cannot believe that was first try, man. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's not get destroyed in this combat anymore. Oh, don't throw my shield. That was very silly of me. So I need some ammo here. I am going to try and melee him after his melee animation window ends. That's like the only time you have to melee safely. Melee. And now he's dead. Thank goodness. No more of Prince Azrak until later on. Alright, so now we're entering the final level of the entire game. Now this level just got a recent route update. I found this 5 FPS skip maybe a week ago, and it allows us to skip the first entire combat sequence here, which is quite a lengthy one. So I'm looking at my goals right now. It saves about 1 minute and 30 seconds compared to runs prior to this. So what I'm going to do, sit right here at this corner, hit this shadow demon, target him with my shield, and then charge and do a 5 FPS boost to him. And what that allows us to do is make sure those these barriers that are usually here don't spawn in. Now we have to get access to this little shield throw thing, which we can if we just hit it against the wall there. And that brings this down, and we just skip the entire first fight, which saves us about 1 minute 30 seconds. Very nice. Now we have to do a little bit of puzzling. Puzzle solved. Very nice. Now we can climb here. And we got 2 more enemies to fight down here. A little snake girl. So I'm gonna just stun her. And then not melee this guy, just fully blast him. And pick up this blue skull. Blue skulls, they act as keys. And we can use this key to open the next door. Because we didn't get these enemies earlier, you can actually use them for another boost like that to go straight to this blue door. It's always very satisfying. Now, the scary thing is, because I didn't kill them, they have the chance of following me into this arena and making this fight significantly more difficult than it really should be.
Oh, jeez.
So I want to get rid of this guy who's empowering him. I need to parry this and go for my stun lock. Also, the enemies followed me into here. I can hear them doing damage. We just have to get the little baby demons. No one else matters. This door's open now, so we can leave those enemies behind who followed us into that room. This is the hallway of death. Your run can easily just die here in this hallway.
Aptly named.
Lots of scary enemies. They're all empowered, and they all hurt a lot.
Oh, yep, there it goes. Ugh.
Yeah, thankfully the checkpoint is right back at the hallway of death, so...
Yeah, you dropped the 5 HP in a literal heartbeat.
Yeah. We stunned her, or not, I guess. She kind of ate that stun. Pick up this armor. We're good. We're in the clear.
Still works, still works. Nice.
Nice. Thank goodness.
You know, it's funny, we've been like destroying Naga and other kind of like high fantasy style creatures this whole time. I don't know how I never put it together that like Melanoe from Hades 2 could absolutely learn a lot from the Doomslayer. What weapon, like, chat, what weapon that you've seen so far in this Doom, the Dark Ages run, do you think Melanoe could take with her to make the fight against Kronos that much easier?
Okay, so now we got this spider demon here. Now we're gonna go up against one of those witches that turn invisible, make a duplication of herself. So we want to get rid of her quickly. Nice. So now we can focus on everyone else. He was the priority because we don't want to fight 2 of her. 1 is more than enough. And now I have to get this little shield guy in the corner. Turn around. Don't get destroyed by that. And there goes my shield. This is not good.
Oh.
I can't. Dude, I was panicking there. I did not play that well.
Cool.
I was just panicking.
They ran out of health before you did. All is forgiven.
But I looked away. That was the worst part. I should have just stared at him. Dude, I tried running away. I'm stuck in the corner. It's just tragic. All right. So now we got this demon here. These guys, you can just infinitely stun them.
Our Hades 2 runner in the chat has identified the flail there as the thing they would like to Melanoe to have the most. Can't argue with that.
Okay, very nice. So coming up, a big fighting sequence. There's no skipping this, unfortunately. So we are going to be using the crossbow, but we need to go grab some ammo for the crossbow first. We're going to go up this lift and try to do a little grenade boost over here. Very, very slow lift. There is a shop here. I could go... Where'd my grenade go? Okay, well, it's gone. Unfortunate. Right around this corner, there will be some ammo I can pick up. So now I'll have 3 bullets to use with the crossbow. I'm sure you've seen it before in Resurrection, but this crossbow is like really, really, really good. We can kind of just destroy most enemies with 1 shot like that. And now we can just focus on these guys. And we're going to use a crossbow one more time for these enemies here. 2 bosses just spawned. We can get them both with 1 shot. Oh, that's a leader shield already. That is a lot earlier than I usually get it. Very nice. So we want to get this Brain of Cthulhu out of the way because he can just send projectiles that hurt. Now we're just going to stand right next to this boss just so he only melees us and doesn't shoot his projectiles. Unfortunately, we got another guy after us as well. I don't know what he's doing.
Sir, this reservation is for 2 people, sir. You're gonna have to wait for this table to become available
also,
again.
the boss was just kind of walking around, which is really good because he wasn't attacking me, but I don't know what that was about. But
we take the good and the bad together.
Thank you. All right, another boss. Just stun him with a crossbow. Switch to your impaler. Try to deal as much damage as possible before she turns to her armored side. Armored side is very annoying to deal with. Obviously. All right, we're good. So those are the 2 last bosses we're going to try and fight, aside from the very, very, very final boss. This next section, I'm going to try and skip a very big sequence of enemies spawning in with a 5 FPS skip. So I'm going to switch to my grenade launcher. It is faster here to just load checkpoint if it doesn't work the first time. It's very tight how this works. So this door opens, but if I stand right here, the door will close. I'm going to shoot a grenade. Run with the grenade, toggle 5 FPS. I saw the barrier went up, so that means I didn't get it. I'm going to try that again. Barrier went up again. Should be able to get this within 5 attempts, hopefully. I got really lucky with this in runs today. No, that's not going to work. Give it like 2 more attempts, then we'll just go through it casually, I think. I don't know. Not too difficult the fighting sequence, but there is a lot of enemies. No. Please.
Yeah, your discretion. We're at about 140 right now, so if that helps you figure out where you're at against your estimate.
Oh, I'm way ahead.
Yeah, okay. Just to know how many attempts to give it.
2 more attempts, and then we'll...
Don't hit that start the map from the beginning button.
Oh, did I almost hit that?
That would have been a time
loss.
loss.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe
You did select that option the first time.
Oh my god. Well. Come on, man. 1 more attempt, and then we'll just do it casually.
Sure. For sure.
That's not my attempt. Wrong way. No. Okay.
You did lose the health.
Didn't get it.
Okay.
So now we're going to fight all these guys. Actually, now that I don't have my crossbow, this is going to take a lot longer than normal. I almost don't think it's worth it. But we get to do some more combat before the end of the run. It'll be fun. As long as I don't die. That would be embarrassing.
Right.
Yeah.
That big guys are already out of the way. You got this.
Oh, that's not it. There's a lot more big guys. This is a very big combat heavy room. Got some more up here. I need some ammo, so I'm going to melee.
The melee up, yeah.
There goes all of our health.
Figured I should probably say something because maybe your attention was elsewhere.
I do not want this cyber demon to be shooting me, so I'm going to go right next to him and just engage melee combat with him.
Yep. Smart. Yeah, this isn't really backups or routing level knowledge. This is pure game skill and feel at this point, chat.
So now we're going to go forward, not to the final boss door, but far enough to get rid of an invisible trigger that is going to disable my berserk. So now you may have noticed back there that I skipped the berserk upgrade.
We left a few things behind. Yeah.
Now we're going to go back there and go pick those things up. Because berserk in the final boss fight with this weapon is insane. I'm very excited to just show how fast we defeat the final boss in this game. It is incredibly quick. It's actually the fastest boss fight in the entire run, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's go over there. So now that we have berserk, we're not going to lose it since we hit the trigger that normally disables it. Also, we have infinite ammo now. And the strongest weapon in the game with berserk upgraded. So now here's the boss and the witch. We have to go for the witch first. We're just gonna defeat the boss because the witch does have a bubble. Also, look at the health bar. It's basically gone.
Oh, yeah, so it is.
And that's the witch. Oh, wait. The melee was at the wrong time. There we go. There's the witch. A little more health. So time will be coming up shortly. This is the very final fight of the game after I defeat our boy Azrak. And the cutscene starts. That will be time. Let's see how long this fight takes to build up our charge. Just blasting him. And time. That's it. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Not bad, man. I got a 141 on my load remove time. Really happy with that. It's a nice run.
Yeah, about a 143 and a quarter on
Oh,
RTA.
dude, that's really nice. That beats my PB from like 3 days ago. Got a PB recently, and I'm really happy with that run. That went really well. Spire. Oh my god, man.
Exactly. That'll do
Spire
it. That'll do it.
Insane. But yeah, I'm very happy with that run. Thank you for letting me showcase this. If you guys are interested in more Doom speedruns, make sure to check out the Doom speedrunning Discord. There's lots of routes, depending on what you're interested in, be it movement or combat. We have categories that are catered to like every different type of playstyle. So yeah, be sure to stop by the Doom speedrun Discord. But yeah, my name is Eric. You can follow me on Twitch. That's usually where I stream my speedruns. But thank you again for giving me the opportunity to showcase this game for amazing cause. And I wish the best of luck to the runners coming up next for Elden Ring. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you again for the hype moments, the aura, the absolutely crushing it. Very, very well done. Don't go anywhere, folks. There's more Saving Sarah coming up next. We're going to take a few extra minutes to make sure that our co-op runners for Elden Ring Night Rain are ready to step into the unknown together. So don't go anywhere, but we'll be right back with more Saving Sarah coming up very soon. All right, friends. Well, I think you will agree with me that it's been a super fun last couple of hours here at Saving Sarah, and the fun rolls on. It's only going to get tougher, if you can believe it, after that amazing Doom the Dark Ages run, and spookier from here. And from here on out, you're going to be joined by our next host, the amazing Fletcher. Fletch is a furry. Who is going to be guiding you through these awesome runs as they have been guiding a lot of our hosts as one of our first assists, our host assistants throughout this marathon. Fletch, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. They, of course, have picked the obviously spookiest host for these upcoming challenging and scary games. I've been told that my visage is, I think terrifying was the word.
I'm the one with a face for radio. I guess it could be true of the both of us, but that doesn't seem likely.
Oh, I mean, your face is fine. Mine is certainly great. At the very, I know where I stand with my face, and my face is frankly fantastic. Excellent. And I don't mind seeing yours some more.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully, we'll get the opportunity to do it at a future GDQ. But yeah, what are you excited for the rest of tonight and the rest of the marathon?
Oh my gosh, we have so many really, really hype runs tonight. We are coming up in just a moment on Elden Ring Night Rain, which, yes, there's a sequel to Elden Ring. No, it's not single player, in case you were confused. I've seen very little Night Rain to date, and I'm so excited because from what I've been told, this next group is just one of the most exciting group of folks to completely trash some bosses. Right after that, we're keeping the kind of the spooky, underworldy apocalyptic vibes with Hades 2, one of my favorite games this year that just hit 1.0 on top of that. Behemoth Steve constantly utterly destroys that game. Super fun to watch. And then we have Half-Life 2, a classic speedrun with all kinds of wild tech. It's going to be an incredible evening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about what the new engine for Half-Life 2, like I know there's Black Mesa as the kind of rebuild, the community effort for the original Half-Life, so definitely excited to learn more about what all that means. And if we can get just $36 more before we get to the end of that run, we'll also be adding a mod showcase, a bonus run to the end of Half-Life 2. Very excited to see that come together.
Ooh, all right. I don't know about you, chat. I think that we can get at least $36 in these 3 really awesome runs. I would hazard to guess that we can get it even sooner. I would love to see that by the end of Night Rain. As always,
no, I mean, like, honestly,
in chat.
If you're not donating for the amazing vibes of PT Cypher and Prez Noir, I don't know what you're doing. So, like, let them get up on the stage if you need to be convinced, but I guarantee you that you will enjoy what you are hearing during the Night Rain run so much.
The Night Rain run, rain run. Yes, Night Rain run.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, we're not doing tongue twisters right now, but if you want to get one in chat, you've heard me do them if you've been watching since yesterday. And yeah, no, absolutely send some into Fletch.
I am so game.
Awesome.
About as game as I am for Night Rain. So I think that we'll be right back in just a little bit with that incredible run. Stay tuned.
I certainly will. I hope you do as well. Have a great night, Fletch.
You as well. Thank you, everyone hanging out in chat, for joining us here at Saving Sarah, a mutual aid marathon benefiting Doodleplex, aka Sarah, to help her get to a better place financially and housily in life. Mutual aid marathons are a fantastic way that we can help uplift our community by giving directly to folks in need like Sarah, and we appreciate all of your time here. Again, we have some really, really fantastic runs coming up, not just tonight, but even into tomorrow. This marathon is so jam-packed with fantastic action. We'll be coming up with Elden Ring Night Rain very soon. Now, if I know anything about speedrunners, friends of speedrunners, watchers of speedrunners, watchers of friends of speedrunners, it's that they really like animals. I like animals. I even cosplay as one online. If you want to help support animals, you can donate to the Hades 2 bid war to select who our animal familiar is going to be. If you haven't played Hades 2, an additional mechanic they have in the game is that you can select an animal that will help you out during your runs. We have 4 options for you to choose from. There's Freenos the Frog, everyone's favorite mascot of Hades 2. We have Gale the Polecat. I know we have a lot of cat fans in chat. Hecuba the Hound, again, necessarily, I have to support our fellow dogs, and Rocky the Raven. So when you put in your donation to Saving Sarah, you can select there which of those 4 animal familiars you might want to have help Behemoth Steve during that run of Hades 3 weapons through the underworld. And better yet, we have a milestone open right now. A milestone means that everything that you donate is going towards that milestone. So you can put stuff towards the bid war and it will support the milestone. If we can get a scant $36 more, we will also get an additional run at the end of Half-Life 2 of the Downfall mod. I am really excited for this. This is already at least the 2nd time this run that I will have a chance to be behind the scenes watching a mod of a game that I've seen run, but I've never seen this extra content. And who doesn't love new content for speedruns, especially for games that have been around for, checks watch, I don't know, like 18 years. It's going to be awesome, so please make sure, !donate in chat. You can donate directly to help getting Doodleplex to a better housing place in life right now. We're here on day 4 of 5 of Saving Sarah, a marathon to benefit Doodleplex and help to get her to a better place with housing security in her life. We have a number of fantastic runs coming up tonight, and we have a full day of runs tomorrow. That's right, there is one more day in this marathon even after this hype evening. We'll have Echo Tree running Costume Quest 2. Sorry, I almost read the one that was just for sleeping. It's Sleeping Hill for the Bed, run by everyone in case you haven't looked at our schedule at savesarah.online/schedule or by putting !schedule in chat. That'll be the last one of the night Costume Quest before we, go to bed. Then, starting tomorrow morning, we'll have T-Tree running Mega Man X. We'll have Rubber Toe 64 running SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, a game whose ads will live rent-free in my head from my childhood for probably the rest of my life. We have Hootag running Subnautica, Epic Yoshi Master with Splatoon 3 Side Order, the rad roguelite DLC for Splatoon 3. We'll have Soulmass 218 running Neva, followed by Asmichta running Deltarune. Then the possibility of a bonus game, very exciting, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and closing things out with Mario Kart World run by Peas. All kinds of incredible runs. I would love to hear what things y'all are looking forward to over the next couple days. And by couple of days, I guess I mean in the strictest sense, 2 days, this day and tomorrow. I know there's some contention over whether a couple means 2 or more than 2. Housing insecurity is unfortunately a problem that affects many more folks than just our very own Doodleplex here. Housing is quite challenging to access in the United States, and it's only getting worse each year. According to Habitat for Humanity's State of the Nation Housing Report in 2025, more than 20% of all housed people were cost burdened, and that housing price continues to increase relative to income year after year. So as inflation goes up, houses still cost more than the money people are making. We can help each other become more housing secure with mutual aid and community support, like we're doing right here, right now, for Doodleplex. Anything that you're able to give can help get Doodleplex to a better place. As always, !chat to grab that donate link. You can donate as much or as little as you want, and every dollar really does help. And you know it's going directly to a good cause. It's going to a specific person that you are helping out with your donations. In some ways, you'd also be helping me because you'd be inching us ever closer to that 2,650